messing things up.
Yeah, quite a system for folks to the east of us, southeast, and then right up the east coast, as you said, and now into Canada. And we do have our next system out there, but it hasn't developed yet. We are expecting it to later this week. But as I was showing you a few minutes ago, not a likelihood that it will come anywhere near us at this point with our thinking with its steering. So I'll get into that in a second, but what do we have in store? Hot mid-August weather for sure. We will also be turning muggier with a higher heat index. We really lucked out with a little break in humidity this weekend with that high pressure kind of drawing our air column out. We are expecting with increasing moisture though, that higher heat index and maybe a few pop-up showers and storms. Didn't have a whole lot of that at all this weekend either. Temperatures right now, 87 in New Orleans. We do have some 80s and upper 70s even north of the lake, lower 80s and upper 70s, and our feels like temperature really ranges depending on where you are with that drier air right now north of Lake Pontchartrain. And at the moment our winds are from the south, but in general they've been from the west and north. So overnight tonight, not terribly humid. North makes it all the way to lower 70s if you are north of Lake Pontchartrain. South of the lake will get stuck around 80. And tomorrow I have about 96. Today and yesterday we hit 95 both days with hardly any rain. Tomorrow we do have maybe a 20% chance for a couple of storms. This is tomorrow 1 p.m. You can see a flare up of a few showers and storms, perhaps mostly south of Lake Pontchartrain, but we'll see. It looks like we might have a shower or two north as well. 8 p.m. we're quiet, and then taking a peek at Tuesday, same thing just about 3 p.m. Few showers and storms. I have the rain chance near 20% or so, and then even by 6 and 7 p.m. we may already be finished with the rain. By the way, this week on the 16th, our average temperature drops. So 5 days until that happens. I always get kind of sort of ironically or somewhat maybe really excited when this happens each year because we have this really hot stretch from mid-July to mid-August where our average high is 92, and then at mid-August, August 16th, it drops to 91. So is it really anything to get excited about? Not maybe for a lot of us, but you can see it really does start that downswing in our average temperatures. And it got me thinking, of course, with our little break in humidity this weekend, can we expect maybe a cold front soon? So I was looking back at highs in the 70s, the first time that we got that heading into the fall. And last year we had to wait till October 7th. But before that, we did have some little cool fronts moving in at the end of September. In 2019, it was October 12th. On average, looking at the past couple of decades, it's about September 18th. Also coming up this week, there's a meteor shower, the Perseids. It peaks tomorrow night, but you can see some meteors on either side, of course, by a few days. So tonight and Tuesday night and Wednesday night, you can look at about nightfall. There should be some through the night, but really right after sunset when it starts to get dark, that would be a good time, maybe 8, 9 p.m. And where to look anywhere in the sky, you could see up to about 60 meteors per hour if you want to take it seriously and get out there and let your eyes adjust and find a really dark place. But just a little heads up there, something kind of interesting for tomorrow night. Potential tropical cyclone 5 is out in the Atlantic Ocean. You can see clearly it's not really a defined system just yet, but we are expecting it to probably gain some strength and maybe organize into a tropical storm by tomorrow. And then moving into the rest of the week, it could pick up even more strength here by Wednesday, somewhere near some of these northern Caribbean islands, maybe near Puerto Rico. And then it curves off to the north and might become a category 2 or 3. And the upper pattern, we have 2 highs, we have a trough here. So the thinking is it's just going to take this path right off to the north, maybe roughly toward Bermuda, not expecting at this point a hit on Bermuda, but just generally in that area. So we'll continue to track it, but it doesn't look like it'll be able to make it far to the west toward the mainland U.S. We are still dealing with a big high this week, and that's why our 7-day forecast just continues looking pretty similar to what we've been seeing. We've had some little fluctuations and subtle changes with our weather. For example, the lower humidity this weekend and temperatures last week a little bit more intense, but I do have 96s and 97s for highs in the forecast. And note our rain chance with that slight increase in moisture goes up a little bit by Thursday and Friday.
The Saints learned one thing with their new offense after Saturday night's preseason game against the Cardinals. And there's a change to the practice schedule with the 49ers this week. We've got details next in sports. Stick and stay.